Geez, legend, Sammy from Short and Stout Beer Reviews. Bit of a spontaneous review, this one. It's middle of the night, Saturday, or shall I say Sunday morning. Come off night shift during the week, and yeah, I've slept a fair bit during the day, so I'm like, fuck it, I'm getting up. I'm going to have a couple of beers during the night and listen to some tunes. So I've got a bit of a hyped one here. It's a collab between Bright Brewery and Carwyn Cellars. Bright Brewery's up in the high country in my state, Victoria, and Carwyn Cellars is my favourite bar in Melbourne. And this is a series called MONSTRES de CHATEAU. I think this is the third or fourth one. Anyway, it's the Caribbean Rum edition. So Caribbean Rum Barrel Aged Imperial Stout. And the percentage on this is 11, so fairly big. I remember they did one with chartreuse. That was really, really good. I had like two or three of them on tap when they first come out. I think it was maybe 6 months to a year ago. Yeah, so it's like a barrel experimental program. I'm sure there's going to be plenty more to come. I think, yeah, I got a feeling there was three released first, and then this is part of the second three. Cheers, Luke. Good to see you, brother. Yeah, monsters in the big house, in the lakeside mansion. Yeah, so all I know is it's like Caribbean rum barrels from, yeah, they're obviously in the Caribbean somewhere, but you're going to get huge coconut, I'm assuming. Pretty cool can artwork as well. Let's go for it. Good to see you, brother. Hope all's well. So I've got my Carwyn Cellars proper glassware. Always a winner, this glass. The only thing with it, because it's so big, it's just awkward to take photos with, because most cans will only sort of come up to about here on it. So if you're trying to take a photo, especially like a horizontal one, it's hard to get both in the frame. So yeah, looking forward to this one. So pause. I'd say dark chocolatey colour. Like it's very dark, but it's not quite black. It's got like a tan touch to it. Not much of a head. Didn't really expect one. Body probably, I'd say light to medium. It's probably going to be more medium on the palate, but yeah, just appearance light to medium. Yeah, not much carbonation. Let's go for a whiff. Yeah, rum barrel aged stouts, dude. I reckon they're underrated. I've had quite a few this year and been very impressed. We have like in, I'm not sure what I think the UK is mainly like white rum, similar to like the Caribbean, and same in America. But in Australia, we have like dark rum. I've always wondered how that rum would go with like impy stouts and stuff. I don't know if you've probably heard of it, Bundaberg rum. It's like massive in Australia. It's based up in Queensland, and yeah, there's heaps of different variants of it, like red gum and all that sort of stuff's really good. But yeah, it's, I don't know, probably just maybe it doesn't go well in that sort of thing. Maybe the barrels are just not up to it. So yeah, I'll go a whiff, shall I? I'm probably a little bit out of it tonight just because I'm like half asleep. So apologies for that. Won't take long to get me going. Oh, huge coconut. Like really potent coconut. Smells really good. I'm getting like a woodsy oaky vibe. Chocolate. Maybe some brown sugar. Maybe a biscuity edge as well. It doesn't smell overly roasty. Certainly not getting any coffee. My washing machine's going in the background. It keeps making this beeping noise. It's driving me nuts. I prefer the days when like your appliances weren't so electronic and you didn't have all these like alarms and push buttons and that. It was all dials and old school like mechanics. I just feel like these days there's more potential for shit to go wrong. They're always like cheap bloody parts and that as well. It's all bloody plastic these days. Anyway, back to the beer. Cheers, Thomas and Sean. Good to see you, boys. Yeah, so chocolate, biscuit, brown sugar from the base, and then yeah, huge coconut and like oak from the barrel. A little boozy, not too roasty, bit of sweetness. Smells good. I'm going in. Cheers, boys. Probably a little more boozy on the palate than I expected. You're just getting that sort of. It's like you can tell it's like strong malt, but also like you're getting that rum. The oak character's really good. Coconut's huge. Sort of gives off like maybe a touch of vanilla as well. It reminds me of a bounty bar just because of the chocolate and the coconut. Um, Probably a good balance between sweet and roast, to be honest. It's actually quite like it's well rounded. They've done well with it. I just want to keep going back in. It's pretty tasty. It probably drinks around the mark you'd think. Like, what was it, 11%? Yeah, I'd probably say you can definitely tell it's over 10 anyway. I'd probably say, if anything, it probably is a little under what you'd expect. I mean, sorry, a bit over. Like, I feel like it drinks like it's probably more around 12 or so. It's got a bit of booze on it. But yeah, I'm a huge fan. I just remember the chartreuse one I had was really different, but awesome. And I can't even really remember what chartreuse is. I just know it's like I think it's like it's a European spirit. I just don't know what country, possibly France. And I think it's like a green color or something. I've got a feeling it might be slightly aniseedy. Luke probably knows. Yeah. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, we're meant to be coming into the warmer weather, but it's not really happening. Oh yeah, I obviously drink stouts all year round, but yeah, in the summertime, it's obviously harder to come across them. I'll find in the summertime in Australia, a lot of the stouts I'm drinking, they're more like lower ABV, readily available ones, or ones from like the States and that, just because they're in winter. No, this is good. Very, very enjoyable. And yeah, I've seen you mention something about Sharky's thing. So yeah, if anyone's looking for something in a couple hours' time, Shark's Home Brewing and Adventures, I think it's called something like that. He's doing Sharktoberfest, and yeah, he goes all out, has the German attire on, and yeah, like the music and the sort of setting, and yeah, just beers, banter, and games, and yeah, does a bit of like sort of trivia stuff, and just gives you some insight into Oktoberfest in Germany, and yeah, it's pretty cool. I think this is the third edition. What are you up to, Thomas? Haven't seen you for ages, dude. French, Luke. Sexy French. Yeah, I felt like YouTube's been a bit quieter this weekend, I reckon. Even like just some of the other panels that jump on. Yeah, I just feel like there hasn't been as many people around. Ah, this beer is making me feel like a good time's coming up. Cheers, Craig. Good to see you, brother. I'm on a delicious rum barrel aged stout. Me and Luke were just saying how we think rum barrel aged stouts are very underrated. Yeah, I've had quite a few this year, and yeah, very enjoyable. Um, I like when you get that good balance between roast and sweet. Uh, yeah, something like it's sort of weird with coconut because it can give off different sort of levels of like sometimes you'll get like I guess it's like adjuncts. You can have like more like your toasted coconut and that, but from the barrel it's generally like sweet. But yeah, it can cut into the roast a bit and balance out a bit. But yeah, I just can't get over the oak character in this one. Like it's real woodsy, and it's I feel like it's already going to my head. It's good. Cheers, Ghost. Cobber. Oh, I got a pizza tonight, Ghost. And the guy that dropped it off, he looked like a real hardened thug, like some guy that's probably straight out of a cell. When he dropped the pizza off, he's like, "You have a good night there, Cobber." Fucking funny. Yeah, so I think it starts in it's about 3.5 hours from now, I think. I think it was 5 a.m. my time, just after 1:30. Yeah. A lot of it can depend on the type of whiskey too. Cheers, Brevis. I actually chimed in, dude. I'd been asleep. I got up to go to the loo and I chimed in and said a few things, but you had quite a few comments and you were talking to a guy at the time and you probably missed. Yeah, I said g'day, and but yeah, looked like you were having a good time. You had a few different people on there by the looks. Yeah, I'll have to join sometime. Like if I hadn't have been like asleep because I slept more sort of this afternoon to early night. I've just come off night shift, so I'm a bit out of it. Hence why I'm up at the middle of the night now. But yeah, I'll definitely have to join you some stage, dude. Cool. Yeah, I seen the beers on the thumbnail and wondered what they were. pretty cool that you went for 2 hours. You haven't done it for a while either, so yeah, you'll probably get back in the swing of it. What's your favourite, Craig? It's hard to go past a really good bourbon Imperial Stout. See, like Starward whiskey in Australia is fucking unreal. So, and that's what like Boat Rockers, Ramjet, and all that are. And I fucking love those beers. So, most whiskey stuff, I think it just depends on the whiskey. Sometimes there's real shit whiskies, or like, yeah, it can just depend on the style of whiskey too with the beer. Um, yeah, see, I like some peated. I've actually got a maple peated barrel aged smoked stout. I was considering doing that now, but I went for this instead. I felt like that beer was just too much of a good time. I wanted to be like not sort of half tired and that reviewing it. But yeah, one of the beers I had this year that was coconut barrel aged. I mean, sorry, rum barrel aged. It had toasted coconut in it as an adjunct, but it was from that Duges. I think it's DUGGES. I think they're from Sweden. Um, yeah, as far as their beers go, they've always been solid, but nothing's ever really blown me away. Like, but I went to like a Scandinavian tap takeover, and they had this Duges coconut rum barrel aged stout on, and fuck me, it was that good. I think I gave it a 5 out of 5. Just it had a real like sort of thick, oily body. The barrel character was real strong, and the toasted coconut was prominent as well. And yeah, just I couldn't fault it. It was phenomenal. Straight away, I thought of like Peter from the Master of Hoppets. I thought, oh, I wonder if he's tried this, or even James because he spent so much time there. Yeah, it's the same with rum too. You can get some shitty rum barrels. But yeah, like some of the brewery stuff I've had, me and Joe talked about it. Like you'll get like your brandy and your like Madeira and all that sort of stuff. Some of those ones are fucking unreal. You sort of don't expect. I just can't believe how spoilt we've been with some of the brewery showcases we've had at Carwyn. Like that brewery, that is in the brewery from California. When we had their showcase, it was just like most people won't even get to try these beers ever, and we're having like all of them in one day. And didn't I pay for it that night? I was fucked. Yeah. Hmm. Cheers, Adam. Good to see you, brother. I so want to try Ramsbury stuff. Look, I don't even know what's going on. We still haven't seen the bloody spirits over here. They were meant to arrive like years ago. A vegan sausage roll. I don't think I'm a fan of that. That sounds shit. Sounds like a shitty pasty that has no fucking meat in it. That's dead to me. Cheers, buddy. Good to see you, brother. Yeah, this is good. Very good. May as well pour the rest in. So yeah, I love the artwork and the name. The name's cool. What cool name for a series. I just can't remember what the other ones were. I just remember the chartreuse one being really good. Um, I don't think there's been a smoky one. There's definitely been 5 or 6 all up, and I've had out of the first 3, I think I had 2 of them, and then with this next 3, I've only had this one so far. Just as soon as I seen it was rum barrel, I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm getting that. But yeah, they've got a bit of hype to them. Cool, dude. That's awesome. Thanks for chiming in. Welcome to the madness. Yeah, Mountain Culture, dude. It's one of my favourite breweries. Back to Cali's a fucking phenomenal Westie. I love the fact that it's like available all the time or most of the time now. Yeah, Hallis. I love Hallis beers. Augustina Hallis is like my favourite lager. Yeah, cool. Good to have you on board, dude. I definitely need some more Aussies. We need to get that Aussie community going. Where are you based, Matt? Hashtag Icehouse. The band, not the beer. So yeah, this one I'm on now, Matt. Bright Brewery. They're based in like the high country in Victoria. And Carwyn Cellars is like my favourite bar in Melbourne. Carwyn just recently been taken over by Fox Friday, which is the fucking rad brewery down in Tasmania. And it's good because I feel like the 2 boys that have ran Carwyn over the years, they've they're very happy with the sale. Like they've made a lot of money, and they've still got like most control over the business. Um, I think it was just a way for Fox Friday to just up their distribution, and like it's good too. You'll see more Fox Friday beers in the bar and stuff, but it's like there's still like 90% of the taps and that are other breweries. So it's not like they've taken over and just made it like a Fox Friday bar. It's pretty cool. I just can't believe how much Fox Friday have blown up though. I remember going to Hobart, and there was this tiny little place in like a industrial area in the north of Hobart. And now they're this huge like business. They got like huge as brewery tap room in Hobart. They've got a bar over in Perth. They've got a brew pub in Melbourne, and now they own Carwyn. Like it's fucking phenomenal. And they do the best Westies in the country, in my opinion. Oh, as it warms, more of that booze and woodiness is coming out. Macho Man Randy Savage. Fuck yeah. They were the days. He was always one of my older cousins that I used to always hang out with. He was like, that was his favourite wrestler. I was all like back in those days, I was always Ultimate Warrior. Like, I obviously loved Hulk as well. I don't know. There's just so many good wrestlers. Like, there was always like you never just liked one. There's always a heap that you're a fan of. It's like the modern day. What a combo. Oh, cool. That's awesome, dude. If I'm ever up that way, I'll have to sing out. I went to their Roush Beer Festival, so that's the only time I got to the brewery. Yeah, that was phenomenal. I was sort of hoping they'd make that an annual event, but yeah, yeah. When I went up there, I did the whole like Marrickville brewery area, and yeah, like had a fucking ripper time. The only shit thing was it was probably the last time Sydney had those real major floods. It was that weekend. And yeah, like I was just trying to get around what on public transport and that and kept getting held up. But yeah, the Roush Beer Festival was fucking unreal and just such a cool concept. Let's make a festival where we have the most abstract beer that breweries will ever come across. Yeah. No, all good. One brewery I've had from up that way a fair bit lately is Future. I was always a bracket fan, but yeah, it's a bit of a shame what's happened with them. I'm not sure if they've found another venue yet, or they're brewing out of somewhere else. But I'm just not seeing their stuff since they had to get out of their original venue. But yeah, there's plenty of good stuff in New South Wales at the moment. Seekers seem to be doing well. Yeah, it was so unreal how you could just walk around. Like, yeah, you just have a huge day and you could do like, even on foot, you could probably do at least like half a dozen to 10 like breweries in a day. Like, it was phenomenal. Cheers, Lee. Good to see you. Hope all is well. Yeah. So I don't know. I was considering maybe doing a hangout tonight. I've got a couple of beers that I don't need to review, but I don't have any macro, unfortunately. I've got a Budvar, a Czech lager. I've got I've got a Mountain Culture. It's one of the big ones actually, but I've got a few cans, so I thought I could drink one tonight. I've got I've randomly enough, I've got a dark lager, like an oyster dark lager by Hop Nation. That was one I just wanted to try it. I didn't really want to review it. But yeah, if anyone out there wanting a drink, a little hangout for maybe a few hours. Or is anyone considering going live? Yeah. See, for a while there, I was drinking nearly every limited release, and I was just a fan of the two, like the father and son. When I went and visited them, they were just like really accommodating, really friendly blokes. And I went to Juicy Festival up in Brisbane, Rangers Festival there, and yeah, the guys like just remembered me straight away, and they're like, "Oh, no," well, they couldn't remember my name. They're like, "Oh, it's a small name. It's got three letters." Ben. I'm like, "No." They were just yeah, real good blokes. Yeah, fucking oath. Got a mate who's like yeah, pretty big beer tuber, and he's based in Asia at the moment, and yeah, he's done heaps of traveling. Anyways, yeah, based in Hong Kong, and he's drinking like One Drop and Mountain Culture and Range and Boat Rocker. Like, it's so cool to see because yeah, just so many people are ignorant to the Aussie craft beer scene and just think that we have shit beer here like Coopers and Fosters. But yeah, our craft scene's just as good as anywhere else because I've tried most shit around the world. Yeah, for sure. No, that's how it works, buddy. Oktoberfest starts in September and then finishes around the time of actually it might be halfway through October it finishes. I can't remember. I know it starts in September though. Yeah. Why? Because we can. Fucking oath. I love when you see them in Germany at Oktoberfest, like smashing the barrels, get the beer out, and then the crowd goes nuts. Anyway, I might wrap this up. Not sure what's going on next. As I said, if anyone's keen, I might do a hangout. Just a random bring beers up, have a chat. I could obviously keep going for ages with this one, but we just want to make it about the review. Mainly, anyway. So, yeah, this bad boy. I would probably go, I'm going to say a 4.4 out of 5. I think the barrel character's phenomenal. Yeah, the fact that it's like really well balanced, well rounded, like the roast and the sweetness is sort of. I feel like the sweetness cuts through the roast a bit, balances it out. Yeah, I just wish there was more body to it. It was very, very thin, and yeah. What else can I really say? It's almost like, without sounding too harsh, I felt like the barrel was fucking phenomenal, but the base was a bit like the base wasn't quite strong enough, if you get what I mean. I've had plenty of stouts from Bright, and I've always thought they were good, but not to that elite level, and that's probably all it is. Like if you had a say this sort of barrel with one of Banks's Imperial stouts, you'd be like absolutely blown away. So yeah, 4.4 out of 5. And yeah, let's wrap it up there. Thanks everyone for chiming in. And yeah, you might see me again soon. Cheers.